Hey everybody, how you guys doing? Wanted to bring you this from Anonymous. UK Prime Minister thinks 9/11 truthers should be eradicated by the United Nations. David Cameron, the UK Prime Minister, recently delivered a massive dose of propaganda to the people of the United Kingdom and the world, perpetuating a philosophy of violence against peaceful people and relentless aggression.
Warning, do not enter this game if you're under 18 years old.
Yeah, we don't care. Anyways, okay. So basically, David Cameron recently delivered a massive dose of propaganda to the people of the United Kingdom and the world, perpetrating a philosophy of violence against peaceful people and relentless aggression. In a recent speech addressed to the United Nations, he said, "Nonviolent extremism is dangerous as violent terrorism, and must be eradicated using every weapon at the government's disposal." Here's David Cameron, folks.
The root cause of this terrorist threat is a poisonous ideology of Islamist extremism. This is nothing to do with Islam, which is a peaceful religion which inspires countless acts of generosity every day.
All right, I found it. It's at about 105.
The peddling of lies that 9/11 was somehow a Jewish plot or that the 7/7 London attacks were staged. The idea that Muslims are persecuted all over the world as a deliberate act of Western policy. The concept of an inevitable clash of civilizations. We must be clear, to defeat the ideology of extremism, we need to deal with all forms of extremism, not just violent extremism. For governments, there are some obvious ways we can do this. We must ban preachers of hate from coming to our countries. We must prescribe organizations that incite terrorism against people at home and abroad.
This is coming from the United
We
Nations.
must
This
work
falls
together
under
to take down
education.
illegal online material like the recent videos of ISIL murdering hostages. And we must stop the so-called non-violent extremists from inciting hatred and
2 minutes.
intolerance in our schools, our universities, and yes, even our prisons. Of course, some will argue that this is not compatible with free speech and intellectual inquiry. But I ask you, would we sit back and allow right-wing extremists, Nazis or Ku Klux Klansmen to recruit on our university campuses? No. So we shouldn't stand by and just allow any form of non-violent extremism. We need to argue that prophecies of a global war of religion, pitting Muslims against the rest of the world, these things are nonsense. We need Muslims and their governments around the world to reclaim their religion from these sick terrorists, as so many are doing and quite rightly doing today.
All right, well, I don't know if he actually said it. Let me try to go to 2 minutes real quick and see if maybe he did say the 9/11 truther part. Hang on one second. Let me see if I can find it. Nah, I couldn't find it. But you can go on here, maybe tool around with the video. URLs up here. URLs always, or at least more recently, in the sources below the video. So maybe you guys can tell me where he mentions the 9/11 truthers. I'm positive the term is in there. I just couldn't find it. Thanks, guys.